Right, adventure game books. Let's get this series back on the road, because I did intend to shoot a block of these all together and never did. So I'm just coming back to them every now and then when I can, just to see what people make of them. So these are all my personal editions of fighting fantasy books from when I was but a young whippersnapper. And this is Island of the Lizard King by Ian Livingstone. Now, I'll just give a quick overview. Fighting fantasy is basically an RPG series of books where you get stats such as luck, skills, stamina, and so on and so forth. And these allow you to, play the game and get into battles and so on and so forth. And that all gets explained around about the first couple of pages in the book itself. After that, you're basically using all of these to test other things, such as whether you see certain things in the game environment, how lucky you are in avoiding traps, and so on. Lots of different equipment that you can potentially get. You've got monster encounter boxes. You're able to pencil in your own initial dice rolls for what your skill, stamina, and luck will be. You can keep track of any money that you get, any valuables and so on, provisions, because you will need to eat sooner or later. And of course, all your different encounters with the various different enemies. You've got your background, okay, which basically gives you the history of everything before your actual battle, and then the first page basically starts off with your companion and some absolutely lovely artwork here. One of the things about these books is that the artwork itself is always good. Various different artists throughout the run of the series. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to tell you the names of any of the artists because I haven't taken note of that, unfortunately. But it's always very good art. All the different styles manage to, marry together quite nicely, even if they are different books by different artists and different displays and so on. Yeah, that's me rambling a bit. But yeah, I'm just going to go over the artwork first, just to show you a good idea of what you've got here. And the thing is, if you do a Google search, you'll be able to find a fair bit of this. Whoop. The Tiger Woman. I think this is actually one of the battle encounters, but it's nothing to do with what you can see here, which is first granite, second granite, third granite, which I think is some sort of rock creature by the sound of the names. And some crows have managed to get some lunch. Or maybe they're just late to the party. I think, they're definitely late to the party. There's virtually nothing left. It's slim pickings. Oh, headhunters, I assume, or cannibals of some sort. They don't look like pygmies, although they probably will be. And then lizard men with whatever the hell that is. Some sort of massively saber-toothed cat-like creature. And again, some unfortunate swords had an accident in the mines. A great big bear. I barely believe there would be a bear left alive with all these mythical creatures on this island. But then again, the fact that there's pygmy cannibals and whatnot going around as well, who knows? I've no idea what that is. Let's just see what the write-up here says. The water in the pool looks cool and refreshing, although you are a little perturbed at the layer of green algae which floats on the surface. As you bend down to drink, a jet of liquid shoots out of the pond towards you from a wide green mouth which suddenly appears in the water. Roll 2 dice. If the number rolled is the same or less than your skill, turn to 248. If the number rolled is greater than your skill, turn to 351. Shall we give that a try? Because that's basically an example of what's going on here. You've got to find the paragraph 351, to see what the result was. So this is if it was greater than my skill, which, if I suspect correctly, if I remember correctly, means that I would meet her. Oh, hello. We'll come back to that, but that's on 350. 351, the liquid hits your face and your eyes start to sting. You've been temporarily blinded by the sticky acid of a spit toad. You realise what is happening and draw your sword. You know the spit toad will try to leap on you and kill you with its spiked teeth. You cut your sword blindly through the end, step back from the pond, rubbing your eyes with your free hand. Although you cannot see it, the spit toad suddenly leaps at you. Test your luck. If you're lucky, turn to 339. If you're unlucky, turn to 73. And if you want to know the results, buy the book. Right, so let's just see what this lady in the leopard skin type clothing is all about. Over the scrubland and one more hill, and you find yourself overlooking a green valley. A stone fortress lies in the middle of the valley, its striped flag fluttering in the breeze. At last you have found the prison colony. You're about to walk down into the valley when you hear a growl behind you. It is a huge saber-toothed tiger held on a rope by a blonde girl with wild feline eyes. She stares at you inquisitively as the tiger strains on its leash. Will you try to communicate with her? Attack the tiger with your sword. Run away into the valley. Well, I think you're doomed no matter what. I mean, if you run away, it's going to give chase. If you attack the sword, you're going to upset her. And I think if you try to communicate with her, she's probably just going to release the damn thing. So let's just see. 106. Let's just see here. After saying a few words, you realise that the girl can't understand you. Perhaps she was left on Fire Island as a child and has become as wild as the animals. She scours back, uttering a few sounds to the tiger. It's obviously wise to leave her alone, and so you back up slowly, hoping not to scare her. At a safe distance, you turn and walk quickly into the valley to reconnoitre with the freed slaves. Probably a good idea. I get the feeling that if you did fight the tiger, you'd probably end up traumatising her for life. So what else do we get here? A lizard man riding a dinosaur. We get the colony map. And there'll be a gold mine in the there hills. Strangely, it's a westerly facing direction, the compass directions here. That's not that unusual. I mean, didn't the Shire and the Hobbits record compass directions differently as well? It was still northeast, southwest. They just put a great emphasis on something other than north. No idea why Tolkien did that. Maybe it was just to be different. Oh my god. A Viking! A Viking! What the hell was a Viking doing here? Well, obviously getting killed. That's a face even a mother couldn't love. Has he got enough weapons? He's got a spear of some sort with a hook bit, a sword on his back, a mace, a dagger, a hammer, as well as a shield. He's come packed for bear hunting season or something like that. Some kind of creature in a cell with a nice little breastplate hanging up and a sword off to the side. Bet that's going to turn into a fight. A crab creature. Now, if you remember your companion from earlier on in the books, that's him. Don't get too attached to this guy, because no matter what you do, he's going to die in, I think, one of two, maybe three different ways near the start of the book, which is a bit of a shame. Having a companion to go with wasn't, all the time, or at least the majority of the time in these books, was something of a rarity, as far as I remember. Looks like either dwarves or gnomes. Yeah, dwarves, 6 of them, being whipped by a lizard man. There might have been 7 at one point, but you know what happens. Survival of the fittest. And then a 2-headed, whatever the hell that is. A hydra. Cut off the head, 2 more will take its place. Another cannibal. I eat cannibals, it's incredible. And then a cycloptic giant axe-wielding homicidal maniac. And another guy in a cell. There's definitely lots of cells here, but then again, it is a prison colony, so more monsters with weapons. A dead guy with a monkey on a chain. Whatever the hell that thing is. A razor jaw, maybe? Sharp teeth bury themselves in the neck. No, wait a sec. Ogre! It's an ogre. That's what this thing is. Alright. And we've got one of these things. I don't trust it. It looks too gosh darn cute. It's a giant lizard. Or it might just be a small one and you're looking at it through a telescope. Looks like somebody's got a party going on. Don't rate that guy's chances for survival much. Maybe they're just trying to cure him with some Pepto-Bismol and something. There's that girl from earlier. A 2-headed lizard man and a slave that he's got in chains. Well, that's probably not the first time that's happened. And then that creature from that episode of Star Trek The Next Generation. What killed Tasha Yar? I think. No, it's a water elemental, so it's not an oil slick on legs. And a very worried man trying to get attention. Alright. Well, that is a brief look at Island of the Lizard King. Island of the Lizard King. There might be another island full of the Lizard King's kin, but that would be a different book altogether. Something Ian Livingstone might want to write at some point, who knows. From what I've seen, he no longer looks like that nowadays. There's a lot less hair, and I don't think he looks anywhere near as orange, although I think I'll put the orange tint down to bad studio lighting at the time. Having read through that again, it's as good today as it was when I first read it as a child. They're all as good nowadays as they were when I first read them when I was a child. So I think that goes to show the quality of the writing. They do go to good lengths to make you feel like you are in a real world. You know, the descriptions are great. They go into a nice bit of detail, not too much detail, but a good bit of detail to really sell where you are and what you're trying to do. So yeah, as far as I'm aware, they are currently re-releasing them, and I think they're doing them in various batches. And I'm not entirely sure, but I think they are trying to do some new books as well, which is perfectly understandable, because why wouldn't they? The purpose of a writer is to write, and a writer loves to write new stories. Not to mention revisit the old ones as well, but yeah. If you yourself are a fan of these books, drop me a line below in the comments section, and we'll see what else we can get up to, because I'm sure there's other books like this that I might not have, that I would like to have. Unfortunately, I don't have that big a collection of these particular books, and I would like to have more of them. I might just go and buy some of the new ones just for the sake of it, but these original, to me, copies are something quite dear in my heart. And the pages haven't yellowed as much as I would have thought they would have done, so it was obviously in good quality paper as well. Excellent artwork, excellent story, excellent game. Game on.